Well, guys, I officially wrapped up watching NASCAR Full Speed. A great season. Netflix, another great job. Did a really good job with this one again. Capturing the highs and lows of this past year's playoffs. Kind of reliving those moments, those big moments. The behind the scenes was great. There's a lot of drama in this year's playoffs from Joey Logano's DQ and then Christopher Bell and William Byron race manipulation drama. I think Netflix did a great job covering the behind the scenes, the emotions. I thought that was really cool. There's a lot in there. Not here to spoil it all, but I think Netflix did a great job. You know, a lot of teams also gave, I think Netflix a lot more access to behind the scenes in their shop, their driver, you know, competition meetings, a lot of stuff. I think drivers opened up to Netflix a lot more at their homes and stuff, and that's how I felt, and that was really nice to see. Now, look, they didn't cover every single driver. They didn't really give every single driver their own, like, time, you know, a couple of minutes. Because guess what? They didn't cover Martin Truex at all, talking about him at all, Chase Elliott at all, really, Kyle Larson at all. Kyle Larson, not joking. Ty Gibbs, Brad Keselowski, not surprised by Chase Elliott or Martin Truex. They kind of are quiet. They probably don't really want all that camera work around their house. They want to focus on their job. I know Brad was interested, but I guess they didn't really look to him. Also Ty Gibbs. But also, you got to realize that, you know, Ty and Brad were eliminated in the first round, so there really wasn't much to go off of there. They did give Harrison Burton TV time. He had his own little segment going into the Bristol race, which was kind of cool to see, you know, talking about his Daytona win. But I am really surprised about Kyle Larson, but I guess there just really wasn't much there for him. You know, he didn't make the championship four. I'm not sure if he didn't really want to give Netflix the access. I'm not exactly sure about that. That was only a disappointment. Also, they dedicated the first two episodes to just the round of 16, which didn't really make sense. Why they spent 2 episodes on just one round, especially when it wasn't really. I mean, the round of 16 is important, but I didn't really get that at all. I wish they spent maybe 2 episodes dedicated to like Martinsville and then the championship. Because Martinsville, everything that happened there, the behind the scenes, who knows what they cut out from that. But that was my only disappointment. But I do think Netflix did another good job of really showing the drivers' personalities. There's just so much, guys, from the way they cover these races in Netflix and showing the families' reactions and their nervousness at the motorhomes, back to the driver, you know, what's going on in their race, back to the parents or the family. Oh, there's just so much goodness in this, man. So much. I mean, Netflix did a great job. But overall, I'll be interested to see if we get a season 3. I know NASCAR, I think, was paying around $5 million to have Netflix produce this show or have this show on Netflix. So hopefully we get a season 3. I think it's good for the sport. I know last year's first season was top 10 for a good bit of time when it was out. Currently right now it's not top 10 on TV shows. So we'll see. But really, I hope Netflix values this show and this series being on their platform. Because if they do and they enjoy doing it and wanting it out there, and if NASCAR wants to keep paying them to produce this show, I think we're going to continue to see this show. I think teams are opening up more, giving Netflix a lot more access to behind the scenes of a race week. Drivers are opening up to behind the scenes more to their life, especially with all the drivers they featured. So overall, I think it was another successful season. It's good for NASCAR to have a show on Netflix, and hopefully it will continue. But time will tell. But overall, I enjoyed season 2 of NASCAR Full Speed, baby. Woo!